Hello everybody and welcome once again to a review for the Health and Fitness Challenge of Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and also a quick sneak peek about today being Thursday and also tomorrow being Friday. So I'm trying to get this video under 15 minutes, so you'll have to bear with me. We'll see if we can crack it. Okay, so bit of context of course, just to recap from the last update. Going forward is now the second half of the challenge. First of all, the set of discs that I'm using for Insanity have upped the intensity level. That's a good thing. I've also increased my calorie goal because I'm now sort of maintaining weight rather than losing weight. So it's up to 2,000 from 1,790, so a bit of extra calories to play with. But I was determined to try and have those excess calories be spent on protein-based healthy snacks or healthy-ish snacks rather than fill them with crap. So that's the overall plan going forward. So how have we eased ourselves into that kind of new plan? Well, people have been determined this week to throw marbles under my feet. Have I slipped on these marbles? Kind of, a little bit. I'll explain. So I'm going to whiz through some of the more boring dishes and focus on some of the more interesting ones. So to start the day, to start the week off, Monday, the usual porridge pot for breakfast with a cup of coffee with half a spoon of sugar in, because we've now decreased our sugars in our hot drinks to a half. 2 years ago, I used to have a year ago even, I used to have 2 sugars in my tea, weaned off down to 1 sugar last year, and now, second half of the challenge and beyond hopefully, weaning that down to a half, and ultimately the goal is to take that down to none. But we're on a half at the moment, day 4 for me now as it is, and I can't taste the difference. It's still just as nice cup of coffee, just as nice cup of tea. So we're having half a sugar in our hot drinks from now on. So that was good. That was the first positive sign of the week. For lunch it was just a sandwich, a chicken sandwich, chicken breast sandwich with some salad and a portion of onion rings, Golden Wonder onion ring crisps, 25 grams. Don't know about you guys, but me and a lot of my friends love onion rings, especially at a party. You know, you pour them into a big bowl and you help yourself, and you just can't stop eating them. And especially if you've got a bit of onion and garlic dip to go with them, you dip them in the dip. Oh my god, it's a party favourite. So I did very well to limit myself to 25 grams because it was a party-sized bag that I was eating from. So there was a big tendency there, or a big sort of temptation to overeat just by keep going. But I know I poured out 25 grams and put the rest away. Didn't do it. Did not fall into that particular trap. That was the first set of marbles that I avoided. So that was that. Came home and I was aware that I was now going on to my second set of discs, so I better fuel up for this. And fueled up with my egg medley, but just 1 boiled egg rather than 2. So 1 boiled egg, cheese, smoked paprika, and something else. Salad cream. So mixed all together to make my egg medley. Had that, had a protein shake, and had 15 grams of cashew nuts as well. So quite a high protein snack base between the 3 different things. A bit of a mishmash of a snack. And then an hour later, did me Insanity max out cardio, which burnt off 485 calories. And yes, it was more intense than the first set of discs. Didn't burn off that many more calories though, but found it particularly challenging because you're doing different exercises. I got used to the first set of discs exercises. My body's used to doing the same exercises every week. Now that I've changed it up, working out slightly different areas with different exercises, the body was like, what the hell is this? I'm not used to doing this. And I found it difficult. So we'll have to adjust to these new exercises. But by the 3rd and 4th week again, these will become routine and it'll be a lot easier to push myself harder. But it was difficult to push to burn more calories because I found it difficult with these new exercises. But we'll work on it. So, but it's still better than nothing. 485 calories burnt off in half an hour is not to be laughed at. So that was that. And my evening meal on Monday was chicken and chorizo and prawn paella from Tesco's finest, of course, accompanied with a portion of chips, because why have just the paella when you can have other stuff with it as well, just to push the calories through the roof. Oh dear, that's my mother for you. Trying to fatten me up for Christmas, you see. So that was my evening meal, and I had then, before bed, my supper, which is a cup of Earl Grey tea, and because I had plenty of calories to spare, I thought, you know what, I don't have healthy protein snacks at the moment because I haven't been shopping. So I'll have an unhealthy snack, and had a portion of, or one slice of Warburton's fruit bread, fruit and cinnamon loaf with a bit of a slither of Lurpak on and a teaspoon of golden syrup, very thinly spread just to give it extra sweetness, and it was rather delicious. So that was my day for Monday. Not too bad really. 2,121 calories consumed, 485 burnt off, which means that I was 364 calories under target. Bing! A good start to the week. Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Marbles galore, I'm afraid. I was at work after having my breakfast, my porridge pot, my cup of coffee, my sandwich for lunch, the usual fare. I've made crumble. Apple and cinnamon crumble, my mum says. And I've also made some soup as well. She was having a Delia Smith moment, obviously. And I was like, oh, you do know I'm on healthy eating, as are you. Well, yes, but I fancied making a crumble because we had some apples. One of my neighbours brought over a load of apples off the tree, so we had the apples going spare. So it's like, well, okay, fine. I'm not going to say no to crumble, am I? No, am I hell? So, yeah, came home, did me exercise, me Insanity Max 30 Max Out Power workout, which I'll just tell you now very quickly, was hellacious. Lots of leg workout, which is fine. My legs are fine. Do a lot of football, legs quite strong. Upper body, which is what I'm trying to now work. Chest, arms and shoulders and core. This worked out with the arms. Oh, hell yeah. Lots of different types of push-ups. To the point where I was screaming, no more push-ups! My arms were shaking. I could no longer push myself off the floor. It was hell on earth. It really was. It was much more intense in terms of the actual level of resistance work when compared to the first set of discs, which was Tabata power, max out power. Definitely. So that was tough. Not quite so cardio intensive. So I didn't burn off as many calories. Burn off only 320 because it's, you know, your heart rate isn't quite going up as high as it does when you're doing the other stuff. But tough workout nonetheless. Looking forward to powering my way through that as the weeks progressed. So that was that. And then after doing that, I had my tea, which was gammon steak with a bit of cheese sauce on, fried egg on there. Oh, you've got to have a fried egg on your gammon steak, haven't you? And some Heinz spaghetti and sausages as well, and some fried mushrooms. So that was not too unhealthy a meal, really. You know, no potatoes or chips with it, so it was not too bad at all. But then to finish the day off in style, out came the apple and cinnamon crumble that my mum had made with custard. A rather healthy portion size, I might add as well. You know, old school mother portion size. You know, portion sizing done by people that now know about portion sizing, and then you've got portion sizing done by, you know, your 70-year-old mother who's used to home cooking old school tactics. Boof! Big dollop on your plate. So that was about 600 calories worth of apple crumble and custard to finish the day off. Despite that little blip, of course, I still consumed 2,237 calories but burnt off 320, so I was 83 calories, bing, under target. So, you know, marbles, a bit of a stutter, but not quite falling on your backside. Yesterday, Wednesday, porridge pot for breakfast, usual fare, sandwich, soup and crisps. Cheese and onion, cheese with onion chutney sandwich, cheese and onion crisps, and the soup that was left over from the day before. I had soup as well yesterday, but I forgot to tell you. But yeah, my mum's vegetable soup that she made, I had some of that yesterday as well, and had some for lunch. Oh, sorry, I'm getting confused. Had it on Tuesday as well. Had it yesterday as well. Okay, that makes sense. I'll cut that out. Okay, so yeah, I had some soup as well. Yeah, and then I went home and did some pre-nutrition for football because I was playing hours worth of football yesterday. My hour-long Wednesday football session was back on. Great stuff. Looking forward to that. And so, but I thought I better prepare for that with some nutrition, just to give myself a bit of an energy boost. So I had my egg medley with 2 boiled eggs, back to usual, 2 boiled eggs, paprika, smoked paprika, cheese, salad cream, and some sliced ham in there as well. Ate that before football and played football for an hour, burnt off at 802 calories, and I was once again, is it because I'm getting healthier because of the 4 weeks I've done so far and I've lost weight so I'm lighter on my feet, or is it a combination of that combined with the nutrition that's giving me the energy? Because every time I have this egg medley, I feel like it boosts my energy levels so much so at football that I'm like a superhuman. Oh dear. For me, at least, anyway. You know, I'm far surpassing my own performance expectations. Yesterday was no different. I scored a hatful of goals. I felt light on my feet. Was defending really well. I had oodles of energy. Didn't stop running all night. At the end of it all, I came off the pitch. People were sweating profusely, and I was like skipping off. Well, I could go again for another half an hour or so quite easily. Barely a bead of sweat on me. I felt absolutely in tip-top condition and was really full of beans. Really had a very enjoyable game and pushed myself as hard as I possibly could to run as much as I could and still felt full of life. So I put it down to the eggs. Eggs are superfood, I'm telling you. So that was good because it made room for my evening meal, which was firecracker chicken skewers from Marks and Spencer. 2 rather large chicken skewers, which was made up of chicken thighs, which aren't quite as healthy as chicken breasts. A bit more fatty in the thighs, but they're far tastier than breasts. I love chicken thighs, me. 75 grams of baked beans and a very small portion of chips, because I knew what was coming after I'd had this, you see. So, chicken thighs. Chicken thigh skewers, firecracker. First of all, they were very firecracker, very spicy, burnt my mouth out. The clue was in the title, had to be cooled down with a bit of garlic mayonnaise. I thought, yeah, 2 chicken thigh skewers, yeah, full of protein, that's good. There's a bit of fat in them because it's thighs, but it won't be fat. It'll be about 500 calories for these things, and they were big skewers, big thighs, big thick things. Went downstairs after I'd eaten them to scan the barcode to get the calories. 690 calories in 2 skewers. I was like, what? Jesus. Jeez Louise, I should have learned, because I had some chicken thigh skewery things from Iceland 2 weeks ago and I had the same issue. I didn't realise there was so many calories in them. So if I'd have realised that at the time, I'd have probably just had 1 and said, no, 1's enough. But I'd had the 2 already. I was already screwed. So 690 calories, 70 grams of protein in them, so full of protein. You get your daily amount of protein in just those 2 skewers, but also 40 grams of fat, which is almost half your daily amount of fat that I was supposed to have as well. So, you know, a bit hit and miss with the skewers, but 910 calorie evening meal, quite calorific. But I'd played football just before that, so I'd at least made some room for them. And then my mother shouts up, do you want the rest of the crumble? No. Yes, I do. Of course I do. Right, lovely. She comes upstairs with the crumble in a waited service. She was going to bed at the time. And bring it up, I'm off to bed, she said. In the dish that it was baked in the oven, so the rest of it that was left, which was at least, a portion size for 2 people, probably, maybe even 3 at a push, with just the rest of the custard thrown on top of it. There you go. I said, Mother, hello, how much are you giving me here? Well, it's going to go to waste, just eat what you can. No, we don't do that game here, eat what you can, because if you eat what you can means I'll eat all of it. No, eat a portion size is what I'm supposed to be doing here. So I had to go back downstairs, take it out of the damn dish, put it into a separate dish, portion size it out, put the rest away, and eat a portion size. Goodness me, eat what you can. No, that's not the goal of this. So I had another portion of crumble yesterday, to finish the day off. 2,795 calories consumed yesterday. 802 burnt off, so I'm still 7 calories under for the day. Ding! The figure says green, but the belly and the mind said, I had a bad day, man. I had a bad day. Those skewers were more than I thought. Another day of crumble. What can I do? Right, we've got about a minute to finish this video. So, yeah. Crumble Tuesday, crumble Wednesday, marbles well and truly scattered. I'm slipping all over now. I'm going to go through Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday when I do Monday's update, but I'll give you a quick preview of further sabotage attempts. So today was Macmillan Bake Off, a Macmillan charity bake off. People donate and then you can eat the goods that people have brought in. I ate homemade sausage roll, homemade rather large jumbo spring roll, both of which are, one's deep fried and one is full of pastry and sausage which is full of fat, and then the biggest doorstop of cake you've seen for many a year, I'm sure. It was humongous. It was a butterscotch cake that somebody had made and cut into rather obscene sized portions. And there was other cakes there that had smaller sized portions, and I went for the biggest cake because that's what you do, isn't it? Shall I have this Madeira cake, which is cut into a much smaller slice for my donation, or shall I have this rather big doorstop of butterscotch cake? More bang for your buck. Yeah, I'll go for that. So that was today's sabotage attempt. I'll bring it back in for the rest of the day, and I will be under calories today, just to give you a bit of a sneak preview, because I know what I'm having for tea, and it's not too bad, and I know how many calories I've got left, so I'm going to still come up under. So that was today's sabotage, so that's also not quite so healthy, even though I might still be under calories. And then tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to the pub again, because my friend is back from London again, because he's got some sort of last minute leave, and I'm meeting another friend, so the three of us haven't been together for about 8 to 9 months, so we haven't been together for a long time, all met up, you know, to share our stories and have a laugh. So we're doing that on Friday, so drinks could be flowing, God help us. So we're off to the pub. So another sabotage, although I'm trying to limit the sabotage because I am not eating this time at the pub. I'm just going to drink, and I'm not drinking with Coke. I'm not drinking my rum with Coke, I'm drinking my rum with Diet Coke. I'm not quite so keen on it with Diet Coke, but I'm going to really have to try it. You know, if I'm not going to have it with Diet Coke, I'll have the rum neat and have no mixer to limit the calories. Depends what mood I'm in. But we're going to limit the calories by taking out the unhealthy mixer tomorrow to try and really be good. And just to finish off properly, I've actually now gone shopping, and I've got me healthier snacks. So all of this kind of stuff is going to stop. And I've got my Greek yogurt, I've got my granola, I've got my cottage cheese, you know, I've got my chicken breast fillets that I'm going to marinate with different things. So I'm now going to switch away from any other unhealthy stuff that people have thrown in my path, and I'm going to now switch to healthy food. So for instance, tomorrow before I go to the pub, rather than having a Wetherspoons dinner of some unhealthy concoction, I'm going to have what I've just prepared today. Just before making this video, I made my own pesto. Pine nuts, browned or fried off to just toast them in the frying pan. 30 grams of basil, 30 grams of coriander, 30 grams of spinach, 2 cloves of garlic, a bit of salt, olive oil and a bit of cheese. Blend it up in a blitzer, and it's my little own twist on pesto. Had a spoonful of that to try it. Oh, it is absolutely flipping divine. So tomorrow's dinner, before I go to the Wetherspoons for me rum with Diet Coke or rum on its own, depending on the mood, I'm going to have 2 chicken breasts done in my air fryer, a very, very carefully moderated portion size of brown pasta, and a couple of spoons of this rather delightful pesto for pesto chicken pasta, which is going to be a relatively healthy dish. Much healthier than whatever I would have at the Wetherspoons. For lunch, I'm doing presentations tomorrow, so I'm taking my own lunch to work again, but I'm going to have yogurt, Greek yogurt, a bit of honey and some granola. It's a very limited amount of granola because that's quite calorific. So that's going to be my lunch. And for my breakfast, I'm at home. I'm starting later than usual, so I'm going to have my breakfast at home. I'm going to have my peanut butter porridge. So it's going to be a healthy day tomorrow, making room for the evening festivities, but I will come under calories tomorrow as well. 100% sure of that. No more slips. With a rather high intense workout to boot, just to make room for the alcohol. And then the weekend, we're going to be very good. It will be interesting to see the weigh-in this week. 2 lots of crumble, sausage roll, spring roll, big wedge of cake, alcohol. I'm feeling a bit, you know, I've had too much, I better count this down, you know. I know I've got calories to spare, but it's the wrong calories I'm eating, you know. Green day so far all along, but doesn't feel like green days. And you can have good calories and you can have bad calories, and I've certainly had some bad calories this week. So yeah, back on it as of tomorrow, barring the alcohol of course, and then Saturday, Sunday, very going to be back on it, and I'm going to be very interested to see Monday's weigh-in. So yes, there you go, straight over, 19 minutes. It's close to 15, isn't it? It's close. It's still in the teens. What more do you want? Right, until next time. See you soon.